and now I'm going to go. In 2009, 80 people got together and built a 35-foot tall Rubik's Cube. This cube would dominate the sky at night. There were 3 controllers for it. One for X, one for Y, one for Z. They were screaming distance apart from each other. The first time it was solved, it took 3 hours. The person who ended up controlling it with his 2 proxies lost his voice and ended up having runners who would run to the other people as he said, shift left, shift right, go green, whatever. This was done, obviously, at Burning Man. Now, I go to Burning Man almost every year. I've been 10 of the past 12 years. And it's where my community in Seattle, it's what it's based around, is Burning Man. Now, if you've never been to Burning Man, it's really a pretty amazing place. In a week, it becomes a city of 45,000. This is a shot that I took probably in 2007 from a skydiving plane. I don't skydive, but I wanted to go up. The city is shaped like a clock. And so here's the man in the middle, there's a temple at midnight, the sound systems, the clubs, broadcast out into the desert, and then this is where people live. All throughout the white area is where the art is. And that's why I go back to Burning Man. It's to find the art. And as you can see, it's very well organized. Sorry, joke. And we have a great public transportation system of cars that people have built and will drive you around. And this is the size of Burning Man. It's pretty huge. You can walk around it all day, every day, and never see the same thing twice. There are hundreds of art projects, like this Trojan horse, which is about 60 feet tall. Several hundred people worked on it. And on the last night of Burning Man, the night before the actual man burned, it exploded in a sea of fireworks, set ablaze by a woman with a flaming arrow. And so you have to wonder, why do people invest this much time, this many hours, building art for a city that goes away? And in large part, it's because we do own that city. It's a city that is built by the people, for the people. And there is no real need for an Occupy Burn movement because the city is already one that the people are creating. And there are no rules other than don't leave litter. And it's really about building your community. You know, in Seattle, our challenges are where to find a good breakfast brunch spot that doesn't take too long. Here is how do I keep my tent stake down from blowing away? How do I keep my art from falling over? Also, there's something beautiful about having the art only last for a week. You can build it, you can cheat in ways that you can't here in the city. And there's something about having a whole city as your playground that lets you build at a different scale. You can't really build art that's several stories tall without major permits and years of paperwork like you can in Burning Man, where you just show up and you build. And it lasts for as long as you want. And people do geek out. This is our equivalent of a Street View. This person has 6 point-and-shoot cameras on top of his recumbent bike. And you can go check out Street View Burning Man. There are aerial maps. But there's a lot of criticism around Burning Man. And it is a lot of time and effort and money. And the traffic is great in San Francisco during that 1 week every year. But I think it's important that people have this outlet and that they go experiment. But it's also important that they bring it back. And that's the trend that I really like to see. And that Rubik's Cube project that you saw in the beginning is now in the middle of a 9-month display at the Seattle Pacific Science Center, where kids and families are coming in. And we all went in. It took us about 2 weekends to set it up. You could go there now and play with it. It's Arduino, it's cloth-based. So my suggestion to you is forget the fact that there are a lot of naked people there. Forget the fact that it's a big party. Go there for the art. Go there to make your friends better. Get to know them in a different way. I am happy to offer classes. I could even offer a tour if you wanted. I'll probably be going again this year. And so I suggest you go there, build art, make community, geek out, and then bring it back to your city. Thank you very much.